Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We shall be talking about anchors and triggers in the context of neuro linguistic programming. Now, anchoring is a natural activity. Volitionally, also, we can reach a desired state. There is a famous saying that faith gives anchorage to life. We all look for stability in life, so we require anchors. In Pavlov's theory of conditioning, all modalities are involved. There is a link between the stimulus and an object, a neutral object. So we are not going to go into the details of that. Now, vibrancy of life is where you are focusing, what you are focusing on, and at what time you are focusing on. We all have choices. This is a gift of God which we must use wisely. And this will also cover another aspect of NLP, that is evolving or using resourceful strategies. Most of the time, most of the people are unsuccessful because they use unresourceful strategies. So over a period of time, we have accumulated so many polluted stuff, and so many things have become distorted in our minds that we need to unlearn various things before we proceed further. And limiting beliefs are there to help us identify those areas where we need to work upon. Now, what is the difference between trigger and anchor? Origin of trigger formed accidentally through emotional conditioning, often during intense or painful experiences or traumatic experiences. So it is formed accidentally. Anchor is formed intentionally using NLP techniques to link a chosen cue to a positive state. Without NLP or with NLP, anchor can be made. But the point is, NLP gives us the techniques by which it becomes easier for us to uh, have an anchor. Now, typical emotion in case of trigger is it is reactive, it is automatic. Anger, fear, shame, anxiety are there. So whenever someone says something, it is just like you see the trigger of a rifle. It is pressed, and then you already have the dynamite in you, and it explodes. So we you get a very reactive reply. But resourceful or empowering belief is one where you are anchored. That is, you have calmness of mind, you have confidence, motivation, peace, etc. If you don't have these virtues or qualities, by using the NLP techniques, you can feed them into your system. So the therapeutic goal, that is, what do you get out of it? And decondition, neutralize the trigger, create and reinforce the anchor. So you have to, first of all, get rid of the limiting belief, like you react very easily or you get angry or annoyed very easily, so you have to decondition or neutralize this, and then you have to create and reinforce the positive anchor. And then there are other techniques which we'll be talking about later. Use timeline work, reframing or collapse anchors to clear it. Use anchoring techniques to install and fire the desired state. In simple terms, trigger is emotional reaction that happens to you. Anchor is emotional response you can choose to activate. So therapeutic strategy would be identify triggers. किस चीज से आदमी जो है वो ट्रिगर हो जाता है, किस चीज पे उसको तैश आ जाता है, किस चीज पे वो रिएक्ट करने लग पड़ते हैं. Release their emotional charge using timeline clearing or reframing. And then install anchors for resourceful states like calm, confidence, love, or focus. Replace reaction with response. Fire anchor. Anchor means activated when old trigger appears, creating a new neural pattern. NLP is all about creating new neural pathways in the brain. Then anchoring requires these things. We'll be talking about it in detail later. First of all, you should have focus attention, you should have awareness, then you should be aware of the special techniques. And then when we are talking about NLP, we are also talking about talking to the subconscious. These are cues or hints for the subconscious, easy recall and easy access. Pass the message to the subconscious and let it do the needful. Example in practice: a client is triggered by criticism, feels shame, old imprint from childhood. Now, if you criticize him further or if you reprimand him, that will be a trigger for him, and he will feel very angry or frustrated or annoyed, and that is it. After releasing the emotional charge via timeline therapy, you install a calm confidence anchor, which can be of touch, of breath, etc. Next time criticism arises, they fire the anchor, they activate the positive anchor, staying centered instead of reactive. So, next time we'll talk about other major differences between triggers and responses and how to anchor step by step. I think one slide was missed out. Let's see what is that slide. Triggers and anchors. Although triggers and anchors both activate emotional states, they differ in origin, purpose, and control. Trigger anchor definition: an unconscious stimulus that automatically evokes an emotional reaction, usually negative. And an anchor, a consciously created stimulus response link to access a desired resourceful state. So, this is about all. Thank you very much. God bless you.